My girlfriend said, "If you can't handle my friend's sharp humor, just pay your share and go." I replied, "Thanks for the choice." Then I stood up, grabbed my keys, and left the restaurant. She thought I was bluffing until her friends' chuckles faded when they saw I'd only covered my own meal. I'm Noah, 29, and I just walked out of what was meant to be a celebratory dinner. I'm in my car now, processing how my girlfriend of 3 years, Emma, 28, handed me the perfect exit, and I took it. Some context. Emma and I met at a friend's apartment warming party. She was witty, driven, a marketing specialist. We hit it off, moved in together after 18 months. Things were mostly solid, except for one issue, her friend group. Her tight-knit trio from college, Claire, 29, Sophie, 28, and Rachel, 27, are a lot. Their behavior has always been intense, but it's gotten worse lately. They throw constant jabs at me, starting with small digs about my job as a plumber, my hobby of restoring vintage cars, even my wardrobe. I let it slide at first because Emma would laugh along, but later say privately she didn't agree. Tonight was Emma's promotion party. She'd just been named senior marketing specialist. I was genuinely proud, suggested a fancy downtown grill, my treat for the whole table to make it special. Things started well, drinks, appetizers, light conversation, until Claire kicked it off. "So Noah, still messing with pipes for a living? Must be nice to have such a basic gig. Not much brain power needed, huh?" I grinned. Plumbing's actually pretty complex, lots of problem solving. Sophie cut in. "Oh, come on. It's not like you need a degree for that. Emma's killing it in corporate while you're, what, tinkering with old cars?" "I restore classic cars. Just finished a 1969 Mustang." "How much do you blow on those junk heaps?" Rachel laughed. "Emma, you could do so much better. Remember that guy David from the summit? Now he had drive." I looked at Emma. She just smiled, shaking her head like, "Oh, them." No defense, not even a hint. The jabs kept coming through the meal, mocking my grease-stained hobbies, saying I'd never get Emma's sophisticated marketing work. Claire even claiming I was lucky Emma was slumming it with me. The breaking point came when Sophie said, "Honestly, Emma, when are you upgrading? Noah's nice, but you're executive material, and he's, well?" I set down my utensils. "Emma, this isn't okay." She sighed. "Noah, they're just messing around." "It doesn't feel like it." "God, he's so fragile," Rachel snorted. "What, gonna cry over a few jokes?" I stayed calm. "This isn't comfortable for me." That's when Emma looked me in the eye and said, "If you can't handle my friend's sharp humor, just pay your share and go." The table froze for a moment. Then Claire giggled. She actually said it. "Thanks for the choice," I said, standing. I pulled out my wallet, calculated my meal plus tip, and placed cash on the table. "This covers mine." Emma rolled her eyes. "Noah, sit down. Don't make a scene." I grabbed my keys. "Enjoy your celebration." As I walked out, their laughter followed. Sophie said, "He'll be back in 10 minutes, bet." I didn't return. In my car, I sat for a bit. 10 minutes later, my phone lit up. First, Emma, "Nice stunt. Come back and pay the bill." Then, "Noah, this isn't funny." Then, "Are you for real?" I drove home. More texts poured in. Reality hit when the server brought the check, around $400 for the table. They'd ordered pricey steaks, cocktails, desserts. I'd left $60 for my share. Emma called 15 times on my drive home, leaving 3 voicemails escalating from irritated to livid. I'm heading inside now to pack some things. I don't know what's next, but I'm done being their punching bag. Update 1. Barely slept. Crashed at my friend Liam's place after grabbing clothes and essentials from the apartment. Emma's texts kept coming all night. "I can't believe you humiliated me like that. My friends think you're a joke. You left me with a $400 bill. This is mortifying. Venmo me now. Answer me." Around 2 a.m., her friends piled on. Claire sent a rant about how I'm financially manipulative for tricking them into thinking I'd pay. Sophie called me a small-minded jerk. Rachel sent a Venmo request for $100 labeled for emotional distress. I blocked all four and tried to rest. Morning came with knocking at Liam's door. Emma. Liam, a total bro, said I wasn't there. She wasn't convinced. I know he's here. His truck's outside. Liam. Maybe he parked and took an Uber? She lingered 20 minutes, banging the door and calling my blocked number, then left, yelling, "This is so immature, Noah." You can't dodge your responsibilities. Responsibilities. I paid for my meal. That was my only duty. Liam brewed coffee, and we talked. He'd been saying for months that Emma's friends were toxic, and she enables them. Remember when they mocked your dad's accent at your birthday? Or called your cousin's wedding quaint for being low budget? You deserve better. He's right. I've excused it too long. By 10 a.m., unknown numbers started calling. I answered one. It was Emma, using her work phone. "Noah, we need to talk." "Okay, talk. In person. Come home, I'm good." "You're being absurd." "So your feelings got hurt. They were just having fun. You embarrassed me and stuck me with the bill. I paid for my meal, Emma. You told me to pay and go. I did. I didn't think you'd actually leave." "Who does that?" "Someone tired of disrespect." She switched gears. "Babe, I'm sorry they went too far. Come home, we'll figure it out. Can you send money for last night? It's on my card." "No." "No? You invited us out to celebrate you. Your friends insulted me the whole time while you laughed. I'm not paying for that. This is crazy." I hung up. She kept calling from other numbers. I stopped answering. Then a surprise, a text from an unknown number. "Hey Noah, this is Rachel's boyfriend, Jamal. Heard what went down. Props, man. They've been trashing you for years. Rachel showed me the texts, and you did right. They're at Emma's now, planning some payback. Heads up." "Payback? For not bankrolling their night?" "I'm staying at Liam's a few more days while I plan next steps. Our lease is in both our names, but I cover most of the rent. That's got to be addressed soon." What stings is Emma hasn't once apologized for her friend's behavior or admitted it was wrong, just focused on the money and her embarrassment. Update 2. Their payback hit, and it's both sad and maddening. First, some good news. I went to the apartment while Emma was at work to grab more stuff. Found a notice on the door, a noise complaint from Monday night. Apparently, her strategy session with her crew got so loud neighbors reported it. That's on our rental record now. The apartment was a mess. Empty wine bottles, takeout containers everywhere, my Xbox gone. Found it stashed in her closet. Then the real blow. She'd gone through my garage and sold several of my specialty plumbing tools on eBay. My Milwaukee pipe threader, $300, fluke clamp meter, $400, and more, all listed cheap to move fast. I found the listings via a mutual friend. Worse, she'd listed my 1969 Mustang restoration project on Craigslist. Fixer-upper, needs work, $2,000 OBO, must sell. That car's worth $6,000 now, $10,000 when finished, and it's mine. I called the police non-emergency line, explained everything. They said cohabitation complicates things, but selling someone else's property is theft. They advised documenting it all and filing a report. While photographing evidence, my landlord, Mr. Lee, texted, "Noah, we need to talk about the lease. Emma says you abandoned the apartment and wants you off it. Also got a noise complaint. Call me." I called immediately. Mr. Lee's been great for 3 years. I clarified, "I've been gone 3 days due to a personal issue. I'm not abandoning anything. I'm in the apartment now." She said, "You've been gone weeks. Look, I'd rather keep you as a tenant. You're always on time with rent. No issues until now. If you want the lease solo, I'm open to it." "What about her?" "She'd need to agree to be removed, or you'd both break the lease. But that noise complaint's a problem. One more, and I can start eviction." Noted. I documented everything, moved my car to Liam's garage, and took my remaining tools, leaving anything we bought together. That evening, Emma came home as I loaded my last box into my truck. "What are you doing?" "Moving my stuff somewhere safe since you're selling it. I needed money for that dinner you ditched." "So you stole my tools?" "It's not stealing. We live together. What's yours is mine." "That's not how it works, Emma." She stood in her work outfit, arms crossed, as Claire pulled up. "Of course. You're not seriously ending us over one dinner." "It's not one dinner. It's 3 years of your friends disrespecting me while you backed them. It's you telling me to leave if I didn't like it. It's you stealing from me when I followed through." Claire chimed in. "Oh, the loser's here. Noah, you owe Emma $400. "No, I don't." "Yes, you do. You invited us. And paid my share when told to go. Which I did." Claire smirked at Emma. "Told you he's too stubborn. Blue-collar types always have brittle egos." I laughed, genuinely laughed. My ego's fine. My boundaries just finally clicked. I loaded the last box, shut the truck. Emma grabbed my arm. "Noah, please, let's talk." "We are." "I'm done. I'll handle the lease this week. Find a roommate, maybe one of your ambitious friends." "You're throwing away 3 years?" "No, you did." "I'm just done funding it." I drove off, their stares burning into me, feeling lighter than ever. That night, more calls from random numbers and a voicemail. "You're right, my friends crossed a line. But you didn't have to be so harsh. Come home, we can fix this. I love you too late. Final update. Time to wrap this absurd chapter." I filed a police report for the stolen tools, backed by eBay screenshots and my purchase receipts. The case was clear-cut, and officers said they'd follow up with Emma. I met with Mr. Lee about the lease. Emma refused to be removed, thinking she had leverage. She didn't know I'd documented everything. Selling stolen goods online leaves a trail. Plus, 3 noise complaints in 2 weeks. Her friend gatherings kept escalating, and harassing neighbors. She'd pestered Liam's neighbor about my whereabouts, gave Mr. Lee grounds to act. He served her a cure or quit notice, 3 days to fix lease violations or face eviction. Suddenly, she was eager to be removed from the lease. Here's the gem. Jamal, Rachel's boyfriend, texted again. He was fed up with Rachel, who'd been mocking him to Emma's crew, calling him a temporary guy, until someone better came along. He dumped her and moved out the same week. Dominoes fell fast. Without Jamal's rent, Rachel couldn't afford her place and tried crashing with Emma, but the lease notice blocked unauthorized guests. Sophie's boyfriend saw her texts demanding money from me, realized her entitlement, and they're now on a break. Claire, the instigator, got fired. Not from this drama, but for wasting work hours bad-mouthing colleagues online. HR had enough. Jobless, she couldn't sustain her lifestyle. I snagged a 1-bedroom apartment near work. Cheaper rent, too. I'm deep into my car restoration, aiming for spring completion, and picked up lucrative side plumbing gigs. Yesterday, Emma texted, she's moving to her parents. Her friend group imploded. Rachel blamed Emma for dating beneath her. Sophie called Claire a toxic influence. Claire said they were all ungrateful. Her message, I see how toxic they were. I should have defended you. I'm sorry. Any chance we can try again? I didn't reply. Nothing to say. Liam helped me move last weekend, saying, Man, you didn't dodge a bullet. You escaped a whole ambush. He's spot on. I ran into Jamal at a dive bar last week. We shared a beer, swapped ex-stories. Both working-class guys dating women who thought they were settling. We're hitting a car show this weekend. The best revenge isn't some grand scheme. It's refusing to be anyone's doormat or ATM. They wanted me to pay. They're paying now, just not how they planned. My dad called yesterday, said I sound happier than I have in years. He's right. It's amazing how free you feel when you stop carrying people who don't respect you.